I know there's a lot of interest, kind of going on with my health and things that happened last year. It was definitely an interesting situation. I'm very fortunate that I am able to continue playing this game. I'm very appreciative for all the support I received, from my family, my friends, my wife, but, really the organization in a whole, from the Kraft family down to Coach Belichick to, Josh, Scar, all the coaches. And then, obviously all the doctors, our medical staff, strength staff continuously working with me. The doctors I had to deal with, the time they spent with me, the questions, a lot of phone calls, our team doctors. So, I'm very appreciative for all that. Appreciative that I was able to, as most of y'all know, saw me around the building last year. And, there was some talk about, how I was trying to contribute and, do whatever I could to help the football team. But now that's kind of in the past. I've kind of said what I wanted to say on that. And I'm just really looking forward to moving forward and get back to being a football player again. I'm really excited to get back out there whenever we can.
So first question will be Mike Giardi.
David, great to see you. Great to hear you. I'm curious if it's a two-parter. If there are any restrictions for you going forward, and what the doctors have told you about the potential of a recurrence.
I'm not really sure about if there's a real restriction on anything. I haven't been told that. Part of it was the medicine I was on, and I'm off that medicine, so I can go about living my normal life. And the reoccurrence thing, is something unfortunately that you can't really pin down. So I'm just going to go about my life, keep playing this game and doing what I can, stay as healthy as I can, and I think it was just kind of a freak accident thing.
Thank you.
Next question, Jim McBride, followed by Greg Bedard.
Hi, David. I know last year must have been frustrating with the uncertainty. I'm wondering, what was it like for you when you were told that you could return to playing football? How much relief was that, and how that day was?
I mean, it's great. That's what I want to do. I came here to play football, and not being out there, anybody that's hurt, not being out there, even if it's just for a week, whatever it may be, it's tough on an athlete. We want to compete. We want to be out there. And so when you can't do that, it's obviously frustrating and tough. So, it was great to finally get that. And, like I said, just want to move forward now and, look forward to, 2020.
Hey, David.
Greg Bedard, followed by Mark Daniels.
Hey, David. A couple questions. Number one, can you you just called it an accident, or basically an accident. What happened as far as your health? Can you explain to us, exactly what was the root cause of it that maybe makes you think that this is not going to happen again? And the other thing I had a question is, are you restricted at all as far as altitude games, things like that? And has anything like that been talked about?
I kind of said my piece on what I wanted to say about that. I don't necessarily feel like all my medical information needs to be out there. So, we've got a great medical staff. We have great doctors. I have some great doctors I've worked with. So, I'm clear to play football. I want to move forward with that and talk about, football coming forward. What happened. You can't live your life in fear if it's going to happen again or not. It's a violent game and things happen, and, there's a lot of things that happen. So, that's just life. And so, I just want to move forward through that. And like I said, I kind of said what I wanted to say on my injury and, what I dealt with.
Mark Daniels, followed by Mike Petraglia.
Thanks, Stacy. David, would you say that the situation changed you at all? Do you have a different maybe outlook on life, on football after just going through everything?
I think, anytime you miss a season, and unfortunately, that happens every year to guys through injuries. It makes you take a step back and, miss and enjoy the grind a little bit. I still came into work every day, but I wasn't out there competing with the guys. I wasn't out there working with them. So, and you miss that. You miss that part of it. You miss, it makes you appreciative, of the times, and, that's tough. So, you're definitely appreciative you get to do what you want to do. Sometimes I think we take, health and things like that for granted. So it definitely makes you appreciative. And, it also kind of allowed me to look at the offense in a whole and pick up some new things, where I wasn't really focused on a game plan each week. I kind of got to look at it for a big picture.